Hey guys, so previously we have created a basic Jekyll blog and we have hosted it on GitHub pages for free on our custom domain. So here we have it running on our domain and here we have the same blog running on localhost. And now we're going to add some external plugins to make our blog even better. So first of all, we're going to add comments. So for example, here in my blog, I have GitHub comments under each blog post, so users can leave blog posts and I can even moderate them. Then we are going to add analytics. So I'm using Plausible Analytics for my blog, and you'll be able to see like the stats of your blog in the same way. And we can also even consider adding a BuyMeACoffee button that is quite common on blogs these days. So first of all, with a comment section. Historically, the most common way to add comments has been Disqus, that has worked well for many years, but now Disqus is going to add ads into your comment section, and I really don't want ads in my comment section, and this is kind of the last drop for me. Also, Disqus always felt like a very big tool for a very small problem, and I had the feeling that there should be a simpler way, and you can do it with GitHub. So there is a tool called utterances that adds comments based on GitHub issues, but there is an even better tool. It's called Giscus, that is based not on GitHub issues but on GitHub Discussions. So GitHub Discussions is like a quite newly added GitHub tool that didn't exist when utterances was created, and when it was when the GitHub Discussions have been created, the Giscus tool has been created. So Giscus is better than utterances, and utterances is better than Disqus. So let's try adding Giscus to our posts in our blog. Here I'm on the homepage of Giscus, and let's just follow the README. So repository, let's see what's the repository URL. Okay, so the criteria is not met. It should be public. Giscus app should be installed in our GitHub profile, and discussions feature should be enabled in the repository. So here in GitHub apps, I should install Giscus. I have already actually done it for some app. I think I need to do it for another app. So in my profile, let me log in. The repository will be today I learned blog. Okay, save. And then I need to enable discussions feature on the repository. So go into this blog of mine, go into settings, we have the feature discussions. So I need to enable discussions. Okay, let's go back to the installer. Let's try again. I'll refresh. And you see, success, the repository meets the criteria. The discussion title contains a path name, so like how should each discussion be identified. If I go to discussions on my other blog, here are the kind of slugs based on which the discussions are identified. It can be based on the path name. That's fine. Then discussion category. I think it doesn't matter much. Features, enable reactions, yes. Emit metadata doesn't really matter. Place the comment box above the comments. So if I go to my other blog, I have the possibility to create a new comment on top, but if I change it, it can be on bottom. I want to have it on top. So comment box above the comments, load lazily. So only when the user scrolls to the bottom, then their comments are going to be loaded. I think that's also good for the speed of loading the page. Then the color, let's use just default. And here we have the script that has been updated based on everything we selected here. And we can add the script under our post, in our post layout. So let's go to our basic Jekyll blog, and you see we have our web pages, and inside the post we have the layout post. But we don't have actually the layout post file anywhere in our blog. So we would need to import the layout file from our remote theme, that is Milia. See, here we are using the theme Milia. We have the gem Milia installed here. So here we have the gem Milia. I'm going to open layouts, and I'm going to copy the post layout. So here I'm going to create a new folder underscore layouts. Inside I will have post.html, and I will just copy all of this. And let's put something on top just to make sure that we are rendering imported layout. Now let's restart just in case. Okay, so we have our text for imported layout, but it is not rendering really nicely. Okay, so this one is kind of a weird one. I had to change layout default to layout base to default. So in the post layout that I imported, I'm changing it to default, and you see now it renders, and it also renders with this additional text that I put in. So imported layout. Okay, so we have imported the post layout file, and now we can add the Giscus script. I will put it like somewhere at the end. Let's see if it works. So refreshing. Okay, and the comment section has loaded. What will change if I post it on top of the article? It's going to render on top. So I think I'll leave it as it was under the article tag. Okay, and wonderful, I can now leave comments. Now I can't leave comments until I sign in with GitHub. Let me sign in. Let's say hello. It's trying to make the first request, taking a while. In the meantime, we can try it on our repository. Have a look at discussions. Okay, it hasn't been posted yet. I think it won't work until I set a category ID. You see here I left them blank. So going back to Disqus, I'm going to select a category. Oh yeah, I refreshed, so I'll have to do it all over again. Okay, path name, category, general, box above the comments, load lazily, copy script. Okay, let's refresh. Comment. Okay, you see the comment has been posted. I can even leave a reaction. And if we open the same discussion in our discussions section inside our repository, here it is. Wonderful. So you can moderate the discussions out of here. Looks good. So we have added the Disqus comments for our comment section of our Jekyll blog. Now let's try adding analytics, like Plausible Analytics. I will go and create a new analytics website. So the domain name is avlet.com. Install Plausible. here's the script. I will want to put it in the general layout of my app. So I think I will need to import something else from Minima. Let's have a look. I'll go to includes, and there should be the custom head theme. So I will create another folder named underscore includes inside custom head. And inside I'll just put the script. Let's see if the script renders. I'm going to go to inspect, find plausible. I don't see it. Let's try refreshing. Okay, so I actually found why the script doesn't render. So, and I also understood why the layout has to be default or and not base, as we have set in Minima in the layouts. Here you see we have base, but I had to set it to default. So the point is that by default, gem minima is pointing somewhere else, not to the GitHub source of minima. So here I'm going to have to explicitly say that I'm going to use minima from GitHub, because on Ruby gems I suppose it's not like the same version as in GitHub. So I'm going to use this version of minima, and let's run Jekyll serve. Okay, refreshing, you see now I have the layout broken again. I'm going to set it to base, not to default. Okay, and now it should also pick up the custom head. So I will go to inspect, head, I have plausible added, so it works. And now let's just finish up. I will start collecting data. It's checking if the installation has been added. Well, we have it locally, but we don't have it in production, so it will not be successful now. We will try to first push to production and then wait. Let's actually do the push. So we did just a couple of small changes. We added comments with Giscus, and we added Plausible Analytics. Let's push, see if the app compiles, and let's see in our actions. So it's building. Okay, so it looks like the build was successful. You see we had this error because we did not deploy to production yet. Let's see. In production, do we have the comments? No. Oh yeah, we do have the comments, but the layout is broken. And let's see if plausible works. Let's also have a look in the inspector. So yeah, plausible will most likely not work now. Okay, so what went wrong with our production deploy? I think what we need to change is in our settings. In pages, we have this default just built from branch, but we would want to say that we want to use our custom GitHub actions. So let's add the GitHub actions for Jekyll. Let's add this workflow file and see if the app builds with it. So I think it should trigger a new build. And I will also pull from remote to get the Jekyll CI YML file locally. Okay, so the build failed. Let's have a look. So the current runner Ubuntu was detected as self-hosted. Yeah, so I actually solved this problem recently. Let's have a look at how my Jekyll config works in another app. So I set Ubuntu to 22.04. At the moment, something doesn't work with the Ubuntu 24. And I set Ruby at v1. Okay, let's push once again and see if it deploys. Okay, I get another error that we need Ruby version 3.2 plus, and in the other block I use 3.3.3. So here I have uses Ruby with Ruby version 3.1. Let's use 3.3.3. I'm going to push again and see if it deploys. Okay, so now it deployed successfully. Let's refresh the page and see if it works here in production. Okay, it works. Let's have a look if the plausible script is available in the head. Yes, it is available. Let's now, okay, yeah, it already picked up. It says that there is one unique visitor on this specific page. So analytics works. You see, we had to do quite a lot of extensions, customizations on top of the default theme to make our extensions work. But sooner or later, you will definitely want to run Jekyll workflow via your own CI file. You will want to import files to make the app really yours and really unique. Okay, so we've installed 2 extensions. We can also try adding BuyMeACoffee. So let's try adding the website widget. Okay, let's copy the code. I will put it, I think, in the custom head. Let's see if it renders locally. Yes, wonderful. We have the BuyMeACoffee widget. I can click and it will give the pop-up. Add BuyMeACoffee. Okay, wonderful. Now, finally, one more customization. Here you see in the URL we have tag 1, tag 2, the date stamp, and then the title of the post. So our URLs are quite strange, and I would like to just have the title of the post in our URL. And to do so, I'm going to just add a line in our config file. Permalink is going to be the title of a post. I found this in the Jekyll documentation. So let me restart the server. Okay, now it's not working. This old URL is not working anymore. And now if I go to a post, you see the link is just the title of the post. No HTML, no slashes, no date, just the title of the post. So looks good. And yes, that's it. So here's how you can add external plugins to your Jekyll and change some settings.